Like me, you were probably, even before you learned how to read books, you were probably reading other people's faces and feeling into their energy, learning how to be the caretaker, the mediator, the peacekeeper. Like me, you were probably always walking on eggshells, tracking for any outburst to avoid conflict and confrontation at all cost. This is all deep programming. And this programming needs unwinding so that you can learn a new way of being that does not rely on being the useful one that needs to earn acceptance. We learned as a child that being useful is how we felt loved. Being responsible for other people's feelings and making other people comfortable is how we stayed connected. Your nervous system began to equate relationships meant effort, efforting. Efforting will make you tired, then you will get burnt out on always having to play a role. You feel like you have to make meaning out of every conversation. You feel like you have to make a deep connection in every relationship. And it can be completely exhausting. Back about 10 years ago, when I was in what I'll call complete emotional burnout, I got to the point where I not only had zero desire for connection, I had no capacity for connection. Emotionally, I was completely burned out. Everything, every bit of energy was gone for efforting, for trying to find ways to continue being in relationships. It was completely fizzed out. I had no energy left for it. I couldn't get my mind around being around people. It just wasn't going to happen. I was in complete burnout from being in survival mode my whole life. So I'll say that was about 5 decades. Trying to get through day to day, trying to keep my head above the surface of confusion mentally and emotionally, and trying not to drown in a darkness where I had completely given all of me away. And when we feel like it's a weakness to ask for help, that's part of the people pleasing too. And for me, that's what I did. I could not ask for help. And I was always showing up to take on everybody else's burdens, but I couldn't let other people help me. I even did everything I could to make it look like I was holding it all together. I had it all together. What other people saw was that I didn't need any help. I always seemed to have everything figured out. And that was the vibe that I got. They never felt like they needed to check on me because I was always checking on everyone else. All of these versions of us, people pleasers, that we had to suppress to be loved and needed and valued. We could not just exist as who we really are. And you end up abandoning yourself time and time again. And the repetition, the chronic abandonment turns into grief under a lot of other pain, grieving the person that you are because you never let it shine. But as an adult, all you now have to do is be yourself, your realness, even in all its messiness. Be your authentic, genuine self. Don't let it be about what you do. Let it be about who you are. Let it be about sharing the love of you. And it's not easy. It's going to take a lot of discomfort to get to a place where you can retrain your nervous system that everything is going to be okay. It takes baby step after baby step. For a long time in my life, I was in the baby stage of healing. I stay there, I say way too long, but everything happens for us, so no regrets. And then after that, for a long time, I stayed in the toddler stage of healing. And then I spent some time in the adolescent phase and the teenage years of the healing was when I made even more mistakes because I had healed a lot of the nervous system and it began to calm down and I was taking more risk putting myself out there because early on in the healing, I continued to try and I tried to communicate and a lot of times I was communicating from the pain because it hadn't been released. So I would have a trigger and then instead of doing what I do now, which is just an understanding, knowing of who I am and a place of self-love. That's the big one. I can stand in my boundaries now from a place of self-love. When in my teenager phase of the healing process, I had finally created some boundaries or was beginning to take the risk to have boundaries. And I was beginning to speak my voice. And in that trigger, it would come out as anger. And my words rode out on that anger. And I still had to do some healing because those old suppressed emotions were down there. So they would come out as I was learning to voice my authenticity. But now a lot of that suppressed pain has been alchemized. And I mean, it's a big difference. I can see the difference. I feel the difference. I know the difference. And it's a beautiful thing. It is the reward of healing, being in a healthier state, being able to communicate from a healthy um, attachment style or relationship. The reward is so much more than all the pain that we have been through, the detriment of all the pain that we have been through. And that's a big statement, but I'm here to say it. I'm here to state it. I'm here to let you know that all the discomfort that you have to go through now is worth every second of healing, of being able to live as your genuine self, live your truth, and being able to know and be comfortable in who you really are, and being able to love yourself. That is your end goal. So that's why I say now that as an adult, it's time to be yourself. You don't need to be in survival mode anymore. And tell yourself that. I am not at all minimizing what you went through. Not at all. But I am pointing toward the importance of being able to let go eventually, to let go of what happened to you, feel it to heal it. By healing it, you remove the shackles of being in that people pleasing prison. And healing is about letting go, letting the abuse go by feeling the pain. And I feel like when I finally realized the process, it was scary and awesome at the same time because it only depended on me. I didn't have to depend on anyone else. But I did accept the help of the divine, the help of the divine to help me know that I am worthy of love, that I am love, and the help of the divine, our spirit guides, all of the above, to help me navigate the scariness of all of it. I couldn't have gotten through it without my spirit guides. I'm getting emotional again. They want you to ask for their help. They want you to know and have complete confidence that they are always offering you assistance in your healing journey. The Ascended Masters know how difficult this earth plane is, this earth school. They know how chaotic and hurtful it can be. They know your pain, and they want to help you with it. They want to help you grow and expand closer to your true being. And this is what your soul wants. And that's what your soul is guiding you to every day with everything that is dropped into your experience. But by no means wait for your spirit team to come and save you. You have to do the work. That's just the law of the divine. You have to do the work because that's what your soul wanted to do. It came here to do that. That is the purpose. For you to heal from your pain. And you already have everything inside of you to save yourself. You are already your own superhero. I've talked about that in another video. You've already been a hero to yourself one time by surviving what you had to go through in childhood. Now, as an adult, it is time to retrain, go through the mind training to change the choices that you make. It's just what your nervous system is used to having to do. Retrain. Now you need to retrain your nervous system. And then you can go through the life phases of healing. The infant stage. Maybe you're in the infant stage now. Maybe you're further along. The infant stage, the toddler stage, the adolescent stage, the teenager stage. And I made a lot of mistakes during the teenager stage. But it's what I had to do. It's what I had to go through. And when you learn from those mistakes, which I did, it's something I was really good at, learning from my mistakes. And some of them I had to make many, many times. It took several brick walls for me to get some of these lessons. But it's not a failure when you finally get it. And the lesson will not stop coming until you get it. So wouldn't it be great if we just got it early on rather than later? So I'm not here to save you. My purpose here now is to guide you to saving yourself, to reawaken you to the hero inside of you. You are the student and the teacher. I'm going to leave it right here with that. I love you. And from me, my higher self, all my guides and source, we see you, we love you, we honor you, and we trust you. We know that you are doing the very best that you know how. And you can get it. Eventually you will. But we know that your soul knows what you need. Awaken to being open to what is being dropped in your lap. And follow those breadcrumbs. And when you get exhausted from following so many breadcrumbs for so long, then feel the exhaustion and validate it. It is a hard road to hoe, as they say in my neck of the woods, but you can do it. And that's what we all have to do to heal. Blessed be my heart center friends. Talk to you next time.